Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of ITV Live DJ Sessions. Rocking into the studio tonight, and we have a special guest live online with us right now, Marco Bailey. Marco, what's up tonight, man?
Good. Busy, but everything fine.
I hear that. We got you in on Skype, man. You're one of the first Skype interviews in the new studio, so I'm glad everything's working out for us right now.
Yeah, nice.
Nice. So, where are you at right now, by the way?
I'm at the moment in Fort Myers. I'm staying here with a friend. And tomorrow I'm flying to Chicago because on Saturday I play in Chicago. And then on Sunday in Mexico. And on Tuesday, New York. So, yeah.
Oh, busy man, busy man. So, you're a longtime techno DJ from Belgium. Can you
Yes.
quickly tell us how you started out?
Oh, I started in 1988 already. So this is now 23 years ago. And in the beginning, I was playing like 8, 9 hour sets, all kinds of music, funk, hip hop, rap, rock even, dance music, and everything. So, and then started producing in the 90s, and then until what it is today.
And you're about to release your new album, High Volume, on your own label, MB Electronics.
Yes.
And your previous album was released on Digweed's label, Bedrock 4. Tell us a little about that new album and what we can come to expect from Marco Bailey.
Oh yeah, the new album is on my label because I did a previous album on John Digweed's label is Bedrock, but now because it's the 100th release, also it's the 100th release. I wanted to do something special, So I was thinking do a collation or an album, and I chose for the album.
So let me see if I heard you correctly. This is your 100th release?
Yeah, on the label,
Oh, on the label. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, 100 album. Well, I guess in 23 years you could accomplish a lot doing 4 albums a year.
Yeah, but it's not all 100 from me, I had different artists on the label also,
Yeah. And what kind of styles can we expect on that album?
Mostly techno, because that's the style where I'm known for, That's the style what I'm playing when I'm playing live, when I play as a DJ, So it's like 85% techno, and then there is a couple down-tempo tracks on it because I really like this music also. And there is also some experimental electronica track on it because I really like this music too, I think it's important when you do an album to do the music what comes out of your heart also. So otherwise it's not really looking like an album. Otherwise it looks like 10 single EPs,
Yeah, I hear ya. And I've talked with a lot of DJs over time. And do you test out a lot of your work on different crowds when you're out there just to see what's going to come back and what's going to make it to the album, what's not going to make it to the album?
Yeah, for sure. I think everybody is doing this. All of my colleagues are doing the same,
Yeah. You mentioned, we were talking a little bit about your tour in the U.S. earlier. Saturday you play in Chicago, and then in the 11th you play CeeLo. Is that?
In Cielo in New York.
In New York. Are you excited about that? And what would you say about the U.S. crowd? Are they into your sound? Are you feeling them?
Yeah, I really like them more and more, really. Especially in New York, it's really a good vibe.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really nice.
What's been one of the best experiences you've had while on your tour in the last year?
Oh, that's always Japan for me. Yes.
What happens
every year Japan the best.
What happens in Japan?
I don't know, because every time when I'm playing in Tokyo, I have such a good crowd and I have such a good feedback, and yeah, it's just a respectful crowd, and each year I'm going there back for 12 years now already, and it's just awesome,
And which other are you on tour with any other your other artists? Is it just your tour? Who else you working with out there right now?
Who else?
Uh-huh.
What do you mean, who else?
Oh, I mean, are you touring? Or is it your tour, or are you working with other artists as you go around city to city? Are you working with artists that are on your label?
Oh, at the moment it's me alone touring, yeah. And of course I'm playing with DJs from the US, always everywhere different, But it's me alone touring, of course, yeah.
Nice. And you fly all around the world. You were talking about going to Japan. You've gone to Colombia, Argentina. Do you take time to explore any of these other cultures while you're out there? Or do you get time to
sometimes
see?
But sometimes it just go play to the hotel, sleep, and go, you know.
I hear that.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's not often that you have time to discover all the goodness around, you know.
Yeah. Are you
sometimes, really sometimes.
now? Do you produce while you're on the road? Do you have a laptop with you?
Yes,
Do some
yes,
tracks and then get back to the
yes,
studio when you get home.
yes.
And go ahead.
I prepare loads of tracks on the laptop, but I don't finish them, you know. I want to finish them on the good speakers at home, you know.
Nice. And with DJing and producing, with those two sort of merging nowadays, they've been merging for a while. I mean, you've been around. You've started probably back in the days of vinyl, or maybe even before vinyl. We were having a conversation about that earlier in the studio. But with all of that merging nowadays, are you strictly a software producer, or are you using any hardware when you get back to the studio? And
you know, I'm using sometimes hardware, but to be honest with you, the software is so amazing at the moment, you know, and nobody can let me believe that you cannot make a good track only with software. You can make also a bomb with software, just like you can do it with only hardware. But the software is so amazing at the moment. You have 5 million of synths, and new stuff is coming out every week. So you not really need the hardware anymore, you know.
Yeah.
You don't really need it, because if you work very good with the software and with all the programs, it sounds just perfect for techno and electronic music.
Absolutely. Well, one of our guys, Area 303, when they come into the studio, they actually do a full live set, and they're using all gear. You know Wilf, who reached out to you.
Yeah, that looks good. It looks good. It looks good. It looks good. Yeah, but you cannot. I don't believe it that it's gonna sound much better than this. I cannot believe. Of course, I have also still loads of synths and loads of hardware in my studio at home, but to be honest with you, I use 10% of it.
And
you know,
do you have a favorite synthesizer that you use in the studio?
Oh, my Uno 106 is one of my favorites.
Nice.
You know, and yeah, what is also favorite? I have so many nice stuff still standing at home, you know, like my Korg and like my Mini Moog and like my 909 and my 808 drum computers. But to be honest with you, I'm not using it so much anymore.
Well, I started back in the day when I fiddled around with music using some little rolling gear, and I've just seen so many new things come out, especially at NAMM this year. They were releasing all this new equipment out there. I had to give up. I went to producing. I do TV shows now, and I leave all the music to you guys. And
yeah, I understand. You cannot do. This is also big job. TV shows. You know, you cannot do 5,000 things at the same time. You know?
You can't. So, you know, we're gonna let you get back. One last question: what are your other? Do you have any other plans for 2013 other than this tour and the album release?
Oh yeah, I hope to come back a lot more to the US. You know, because I really love it, and yeah, I love the crowds, and yeah, I think I'm gonna come back much more to the US than before, because it's just much more. The US is just much more growing into the electronic music at the moment, I think. It's not anymore like it was 10 years ago, you know?
No, I mean, I started out doing hip-hop television shows in 1992,
Exactly.
and, you know, we saw hip-hop get, you know, to the top, and now, I mean, I'm not going to clown. He's one of my favorite rappers in the world, but somebody said, you know, Eminem says in one of his songs, you know, you're too old. Nobody listens to techno. But now you look at all the EDM events that are going on, and where are all the hip hop events that are going on? You know, and it's just,
you know,
I think it finally made it overseas here. You know, Europe to Asia, then to the States, and it's just coming through like a wave. So, Marco, thank you so much for coming on ITV. Where can people find out more information about you and what you got going on?
Oh, my website. Everything is there, you know, just easy, marcobailey.com. The radio shows are on. Everything is on it.
Awesome.
So it's the easiest way.
And have you played Seattle before?
I played in Seattle 3 times, but the last time was in 2008 or 7. I can't remember.
We'll have to see about getting you back up here.
Yeah, I was talking already to Wilf. I really would love to come back to you guys in Seattle, because I love that city. With all the hills up and down, you know, and the climate is a little bit similar to where we live. You know, it's with rain and cold and sometimes, but I really like the crowd. Yeah, but it's now a long time ago, so I think it's time to come back finally.
Yes, yes, we will talk about that offline and see about bringing Marco Bailey back to Seattle. That'll be awesome.
I hope so.
Well,
I hope so.
You have a wonderful night out there. Thank you so much for coming on ITV Live.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You have a great evening.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye. And that was Marco Bailey on ITV Live, the DJ sessions, world-renowned techno producer, down-tempo, house progressive DJ, and we had him in the studio. We're gonna see if we can do our best to get him up here into Seattle sometime soon, maybe at one of those really nice new nightclubs that we have. In just a few moments, though, we're gonna have Bass Rock coming on the show with more music on ITV Live, the DJ sessions. Again, special thanks to Marco Bailey, and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We got more music coming your way on ITV Live, the DJ sessions, with Bass Rock in the mix. We'll be right back.